my friends, it's Gabriel with the Last Huntsman channel here. Been a little bit while, but this is going to be just kind of a short, sweet video. I'm going to show you guys in this video how to put together a bushcraft table, and this was kind of a learning experience for me. I know I've seen people do it on videos themselves, but you know, actually doing it yourself and watching somebody else doing it is two different things. So this was a little bit of experiment for me, and I had to kind of figure it out on my own. But stay tuned. Let's build us a table for our bushcraft camp here. Alright, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm going to make a little bushcraft table here. Recently there was an electric company that came through and fixed some power lines that went all the way through our forest, and they cut down some cedar trees. So one of the parts of that scene was this big piece here, and so one of the first tasks I'm going to do, I'm going to use my good old trusty Ultifor's axe. I'm going to plane this piece to give us a flat table space. Alright, so in making this bushcraft table, I'm going to need to find something to make for legs here, and what I'm going to use is some cedar branches. They're fairly straight, or as straight as I'm going to find out here, but I'm going to use my handy silky saw to cut these down. Alright, we'll go from there. I got the three other legs here cut, but all I need now is just the fourth leg, and I was just going to show you, you want to try to make sure all these legs are roughly about the same. I mean, granted, this is a bushcraft table, so you don't have to be measured to 100% perfection, but you want it as close as possible. Take note of is these little limbs and knots and stuff. Take them off, and I'm using the SE Hungless too. It's about the perfect tool for this. You just pop them right off pretty easy. Alright, so I have my other set of legs here, and this is going to be a lot easier when you have your first set made, but I'm just going to kind of get a rough estimate on where I'm going to put the notches, and I'm making notches here to actually fit these legs together instead of just tying them, because I've seen people make these where they just tie them, and I just don't think they're going to be as sturdy as if you actually notch them and tie them together like I'm doing here. I'm just going to make some marks real quick, kind of get approximately where I need to make these notches at. Alright, so I have my notch marks made. I'm going to be using the SE Hungless 2 for this, but got my handy dandy baton. We're just going to baton make some classic square notches out of here. Let's see if I can get that to pop. This one's going to be a bastard to do. If it doesn't pop out on its own, you'll just have to manually cut it. And there we have a pretty decent square notch. And get the other one, and then we'll show you how to attach these. Alright, so now that I have my two notches together, I'm going to start off by obviously putting the notches together here. And I find that this is the easiest way I found to do this, but I'm sure Joe Schmo Bushcraft will blast me on YouTube comments that doesn't even have a video up. say this is the wrong way to do it, but I just do one tie here vertically just to kind of hold it together, and then that's when I start wrapping it horizontally, making it real tight as I'm doing so. And I'm not the super greatest with cords and cordage and knots and all that, so there's better knots to do this with, and be my guest to suggest them. I like to leave a little excess just in case I have to tweak something. There's my second set of legs. Alright, so now that I have both sets of legs done, I'm going to need to build a couple pieces to stabilize these legs. Alright, so I got my two sets of legs, and to make everything more stabilized here, when I actually put the table top on, I made some crossbars here. Now I did this off camera just to kind of deal away with some redundancy, but essentially you just cut some bars about roughly the overall length of your table, and you just cut some notches into it, and then we're just going to tie them just like we did the leg tops themselves. That is, if I have enough 550 cord out here. Sometimes we have to just do a quick little tie just to kind of hold it in place. And I'll be doing that to all four of the rest of the legs. I have all the braces and the legs put together. It's time to put the tabletop on. I've had to put a couple extra braces on this just because I'm not using any nails. I'm just tying these together. And so with that being said, I put some horizontal cross braces on, but then I also put a diagonal brace on from this leg to this leg to try to keep it from spreading apart. So now I guess we'll see this table will actually hold true, and it looks like it does. You have your tabletop on. Obviously you can tell you have quite a functional table here now, and you could use it to, you know, process some of your wood, set your knives on them to look all cool and stuff, and you could even I'm gonna try this when I start doing overnighters out here, but I'd like to see how well I can process game on here, like a squirrel or a rabbit or something. But with all that being said, you know, check out the rest of the channel. I'm gonna start trying to do more of like how-to videos and bushcrafty videos besides just gear reviews. But with all that being said, be prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless, and carry on.